grows as you approach, the mind still desperately yearning for connection.
Stop. Welcome.
Prepare the march. My chosen gather below.
Can't afford to stay idle.
Discern, faithful. We depart.
All right, what now?
The moment comes. The absolute moves.
Fine bones, sharp jaw. Some variety of elf? Pretty enough for a flesh prison, if not the noble Githzerai features I was born with. I'd guess you're no willing guest of the Gate either. Perhaps we might aid one another. Oh, for a set of hands to slap your face! The Yankee lost their way the moment Gith threw down the Gate Empire. Only we, Zerai, continue the war to end the Gate forever. Only we fight them on their own battlefield. The mind. My order taught a psionic technique much feared by the Gate. They destroyed us for it, and kept me as a trophy. I never broke, but I've spent all these centuries awake, aware. So here is my offer. Use your tadpole, erase me, and I will pass my technique on to you. My people dwell in limbo, a realm of pure chaotic thought. With my mind gone, perhaps my soul will return there. Or perhaps not. Death, freedom, they are one and the same. Touch my mind, and purge it. At the very moment you do, I will make my knowledge yours. I do not. The Gate have been warping flesh for millennia. Who knows what damage they can undo? It is my mind they enslave. It is my mind that must die.
The awareness that floods you is nothing like the tadpole. It is tentative and tinged with the loneliness of eons. It fades beneath your touch, and you feel something left behind. A fragment.
It is only knowledge yet, without comprehension. But when you use it, you will see. And I see. Empty vessel.
Bring Mizora. I can only hope it is a kindness we do not come to regret.
There is work to do.
Hurry now. The city calls out for salvation. The chosen are my heart, and you my many hands.
Take you.
Of many hearts, one.
Take you. Take you.
Prepare the march. My fears only down below. Descend, faithful. We depart.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Let's go. Heading out.
What's the plan? Got to press on.
Whole fleet of nautiloids. How many true souls have passed through this place?
Descend, assemble. Obey. The moment comes. The absolute.
My head hurts. Mummy. I live here. This is my house. Our house, right, Mummy? We saw a big spiky snail that fell out of the sky. I'm just very sleepy, Mummy. I wish you'd stop waking me up so much. With big wiggly legs. Night, night, Mummy. Love you.
Not design. Not death. Descend, assemble. Evacuate. Descend. Prepare. Liberate.
Platform's already here. Is anyone else's tadpole squealing around a lot more than usual?
It's almost like it's excited by something, drawn to it.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We've found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Motherfucker! Gortash!
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes. With cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I have played my part.
You built an army for our masters, true enough. But what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge. But you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews. Again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The Lash of Bor!
The Testament of Merkel!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard. The Absolute.
Whom preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, Alderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
There you are, as predicted. You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent... But the lure of one's destiny, perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out. Your place is to die so that I might... Let us speak plain. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing... My daughter's life returned. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join all... He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers. But for Merkel, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant. Yes. Join the army of the dead, true soul. Witness Lord Merkel's glory.
As long as my son... Slow down.
Focus your attack, soldiers!
Take
Focus your attack, soldiers.
Got to move.
with haste.
What a fool you are. You cannot kill me. I am eternal. Merkel, Lord of Bones, I am here. I am ready. I am yours. You dare end one who belongs to me. I am the smile of the world-cleansed skull. I am the regrets of those who remain, and the restlessness of those who are gone. I am the haunt of more than hymns, the god who raves an age of dust and dust. I am Merkel, Lord of Bones, and you have slain my chosen. But it is no matter, for I am dead, and I am not the end. I am the beginning.
Well, fuck.
Now you wear a face to match your soul.
impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
My sword. My fealty. Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place.
The Chosen of Merkel is dead. Permanently this time.
Ketheric's Stone. It's in his armor. Take it.
Whatever it takes. A little help, please. Take your... Take you. Take you.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Remarkable. Truly. And now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw. Held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it. Our enemies are formidable. Perhaps not a cure, but you found the source of your infection and the reason. The crown atop the Elder Brain. Its markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire whose mastery over magic rivaled that of the gods. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. This must be what elevates their potential. And it must be the reason nobody could heal you. If the crown can do this to the parasite, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain. One of them I know, Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. A worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke, it is most likely she follows Baal, god of murder. Ketheric was a follower of Merkel, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the dead three. We prepare for the fight of our lives, and the lives of everyone in Faerun. The army of the Absolute is marching on Baldur's Gate. Within the city, an Elder Brain, brimming with power, ready to turn everyone within its reach into mind flayers. All it needs is an order the Death God's chosen are on the cusp of giving. We must wrest control of the brain from the chosen before that happens. We must take their stones. Our chances of success are slim, but we must not fail. If we fail, everything ends. I will be your shield, but you must be the sword. And when the chance comes to strike, you must take it, for there may only be one chance.
Let's get on with it.
Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the Absolute. How? I was his bodyguard. I looked after him with my life. I trusted him more than anything. He gave me away to Zariel just for kicks. He ruined my life just when it was starting. And now he'll use up the entire Sword Coast. He has to die. And I'm gonna be the one who kills him! You bet your ass I am! And I won't stop till that fucker is dead!
Have a lot on my mind. Well, in it.
A curse lifted. There are depths to this alliance. Do Illithids possess souls? Where matters of balance are concerned, I shall ask yet again. Do Illithids possess souls? No. Nor canst thou count mind flayers among them. Yet, the three, a flock without souls, yet to what end, mortal? This is the question. Until such time, be availed of my services. No. Yes, Bane, Lord of Darkness. Once judged, ascended, then the Alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake. Very well. Fate spins along as it should. Hast thou need of... Yet once the Alliance is reforged.
Our enemies spread like rub rot. Treat one patch, and two more bloom in its place. An elder brain, bound by lost Netherese magic, with servants of the dead three holding the chain. Reminds me of old times. Extensively. Mind flayers, too. It is most... Take courage. We have killed a man. You have a nether stone. These chosen have reason to fear you, and I would like to be at your side when you confront them. Glad to be there. Falling foul of Ketherick convinced me that my grand adventure... But you convinced me otherwise. We ventured into darkness together. Now we've come out. When we reach Baldur's Gate, there will be even darker paths to tread. How does it compare to a shadow-cursed inn? With the Absolute's army gone, the Risen Road should be clear. We can follow it all the way to Baldur's Gate. There's a Harper's safe house in Worm's Crossing. Denthalen's Dancing Axe. We'd do well to check in with them before entering the city proper. Beyond that, our course is yours to set.
Ketheric's done. Long.
Aelin! Isabel! My love. You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer.
I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo.
I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead.
His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right?
I will be. And you?
In this moment, I want for nothing.
Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is...
Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father.
May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later? We look forward to it.
You there, Sharon. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must.
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say had better be worth your life.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
When Duke Elton formed the Flaming Fist, he sought out people that... You saved Daniel. It's safe to say, you'd have been recruited in an instant. Gruff and intimidating. I don't know if this Duke Ravengard is the same. I hope you can save him. For the good of Baldur's Gate. When this land fell to the curse, I should have gone. It's only fair I stay here and wait for him to awaken. You don't have to worry. The truth is, the shadow fell, but because of you, Thaniel is safe.
You did it. Ketheric Thorm is no more. The Shadow's grip is broken, not as glad. Nature moves at its own pace, and bestows its bounty when it sees fit. Give it.
With Jaheira to lead us.
Begone! I must admire Isabel's fulsome beauty.
Sorry.
Perhaps the Iron Hand.
Moonrise has been cleansed.
Blissful silence.
I owe you an apology. I saw you as a means to escape, nothing more. But when the sky... I apologize for not seeing your true worth, and for being, quite frankly, rude in Last Light. I wasn't sure you would. I appreciate it. And that's precisely why I want you by my side in Baldur's Gate. The Iron Hand gnomes are going to save the city, and you can be part of it. The plan is what it's always been. To bring the work and innovations of the Iron Hand gnomes to every corner of the realm. Problem is, Baldur's Gate is sick. Once the pinnacle of greatness, it's eating itself alive to save itself from starving. Find me in the city. And once you see what it's become, you'll know that I, and I alone, can stop it. It's all coming together.
Just tell me what you need. Lady, light your way.
We will save Baldur's Gate.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. Thanks to you. You did well to defeat Ketheric. But Ketheric was only the first to fall. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies. Jaheira's wisdom will be an asset to you on the journey. Halsin's strength and loyalty will bolster you in times of need. But if we are to succeed, we will need others. Good. I'm glad to hear that. Baldur's Gate may not know it yet, but its fate is bound to ours. Seek on its streets those whose purpose aligns with our own, and invite them to our cause. Together, we will put an end to the Absolute, the Chosen, all.
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces.
Last much longer. Fading fast. I need healing.
Scratch's tail wags enthusiastically. Scratch's tongue lolls out happily, his tail wagging. Camp life seems to suit the young owlbear. His coat of feathers seems fuller.
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. You wanted something? Thank you. I think any attempts at comfort... I'm sorry. It might...
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful.
He got his claws into me early. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I liked that. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust. The whole thing with Zauriel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy Zauriel laughed. Said she paid him well for mice. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Hey, soldier.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the... We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to It serves as headquarters for the Flaming Fist. And their commander, my father. The Absolute's army's on the march. Gods forbid a tadpoled Grand Duke throw open the gates for them. Orin, I'd never heard tell of. But Gortash I know. Or know of, more precisely. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash, and even I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion we're about to know more than we'd like. As would I. And more. That's when the cult of the dragon made its move.
The cult of the dragon, a fractured religion. Some believers hold that undead dragons will inherit the world. Others worship the dragon goddess Tiamat and intend to summon her to Faerun.
To conjure the Dragon Queen and lay waste to Baldur's Gate. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill, the Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky. There they were.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. As the maelstrom howls, Mizura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul, and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Mizura's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, and my lips were sealed. It is the one scar I ever bore of it. Mizura replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world or the depths of the lower dark and still never shake her. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizura had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word: go. So I did. I understand. No, he did the only thing he could. In his eyes, and Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, He missed the Will Ravengard he was.
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to give this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair.
Your path leads away from me, I sense. Be safe.
Thaniel rests well. He's healing very rapidly, now that Oliver has returned to him. I knew I could put my faith in you. If only we had met... I can't say for certain, but we'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. No more than my right hand can absorb my left. Oliver is helping Thaniel to recover. Once the curse is lifted, they can stand as one or as a pair. I hope they will remain as a pair. Still, I would like to return here someday. See Thaniel and Oliver again. I have. Anyway, once the curse is lifted, nature can take its course without me. I belong, not what, who. But all in due course.
Ah, my good! Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just...
I can't believe it. And by killing him, you set him free. You set Aelin free. A great deal. Ketheric thought he raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was scared. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose then... And this is where I still need answers. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. I didn't know that then. But I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. I found last light within the shadows, made a shelter there, prayed my father would... By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this... I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what. It's all out in the open now, and with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. I'm grateful for your help, your friendship. I hope we won't intrude on your hospital.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past, being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their...
I chose to do that.
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her...
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of... When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others, someplace distant.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to see whatever is about to be revealed. Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed.
The spear. How do you have it? I threw it into the Shadowfell.
Shar is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shar calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shar torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
Can't give up now.
I've been lied to. My whole life. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shar denied to me. Thank you. But I want you to refrain from foolish heroics. When the time comes, we'll be entering a nest. We'd better press on for now. And hope we're ready when... But before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me. Of course. I suppose you've earned it. Fine. What's on your mind? No notes. Considering all we've been through, I think I was very lucky to find such favorable company.
The road to Baldur's Gate is up ahead. No turning back once we start down that road.
Rythwin House of Healing. Presiding Surgeon, Malus Thorm.
My faith will protect me.
need to learn the hard way.
Blood comes easy these days. These boots have seen everything.
Help, please.
Baldura!
Can't afford to let up.
Under their noses.
Another fight. Let's go.
Well, well, well.
I wonder what the next move is.
What to do?
Justiciars who fell long ago in service of Shah and Ketheric Thorm.
Whatever awaits us on the road ahead, we can at least be proud that the Shadow Curse is no more.
Nice little nap.
Looks like an army marched through here.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping. Yes, sir. No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir.
Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant. Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
What am I to do?
get going.
Shadowheart has found a little bit of herself again. Selûne cannot take all of the credit. She may have lit the way, but it is the cleric who took this step. That speaks well of your taste. I've heard my share of bad ballads about things I never did. If you have questions, ask. Just don't expect my answers to rhyme. It was Baal alone we faced in our time. And bad as that was, he had no elder brain for a lapdog then. Help won't come from the history books, or from any old tales I can spin you. This is... there. Have I fulfilled my role as your wise and wizened elder? Don't tell me which. Against all life experience, I will choose to assume the best. Ask it. More than I would like. In my youth, I was a brief and very much unwilling member of a colony's hive mind. I felt the way they think, saw the world as they do. Foul, unnatural creatures who find the foulness in us and twist it to their will. But then, who am I speaking to? You have far more experience than I. Do not be moved to pity. It is a predator pinned in a trap. And if it wriggles free, you'll find it still has teeth.
The truth is finally dawning. Shadowheart can follow its light, or she can retreat back.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Of course. I suppose you've earned it. Fine. What's on your mind? No notes. Considering all we've been through, I think I was very lucky to find so...
The Absolute should be a thing of the past, and I with it. Yet, at the risk of angering Mistra further, I'm glad it didn't come to that, given what has come to light. The Elder Brain. But, more importantly, the crown that it wore. Netherese magic. So pure, so complete. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power, the ghost of an echo of a memory. I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed along with Netheril itself, but no matter. It exists. I must learn more of it. That crown sits on a gargantuan elder brain bent on destroying us and everything we hold dear. Understanding its true nature might not. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact as powerful as that crown must have been documented somewhere. As luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerer's Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can. Ha! Sorcerer's Sundries is no mere trading post. It's been serving. Their collection of rare tomes is unparalleled. Netherese texts are hardly commonplace, but you'll have to forgive my eagerness. But if my suspicions prove to hold water, this could be the answer to all our problems.
Thou hast now a bosom companion. Take care that thou art not distracted on thy quest, seeking the comforts of the flesh. Recall that in time, all becomes dust.
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. Order to transform them into an army of mind flayers. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the Dream Visitor's protection. With her help, you have uncovered the cult for what it really is. A plan of conquest orchestrated by the gods of death themselves. Together, you have the power to thwart the Dead Three. If you follow this path to its end, the Elder Brain will not answer to the Chosen. It will answer to you. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long to wait. All you need to do now is sleep. But sleep is not for you.
The reckoning is upon us! The city thirsts for domination. March! Join my power.
We're under attack. Help me!
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
Knees high.
Still breathing, despite everything.
On I go. Come quickly! I can't do this without you! That thing's not going to hold together much longer! I'm here. Help me. I'm under attack.
Time to get going.
My faith will guide me.
Take your...
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Friend of Gake. Be cleansed.
over. Come to the skull. Hurry! I can't hold them back alone. It's not over. Come to the skull. I need you, now.
Child from a viper, back in the Druid's Grove. You saved the Azima Night Song from her soul cage. Your continued existence as yourself, and not a mind flayer, should be all the proof you need. Now, help me. The god, do it now. Together, we can turn the tide.
To find a way forward.
My turn.
Open up.
Destroy the honor guard.
Got to concentrate.
Heating up.
Can't give up.
I must regain control over the Githyanki prince.
Let's end this. Take you.
Subdue the Githyanki. Quickly.
I'm ready. On my way. Fading fast. I need healing.
Have to keep going.
There's no blood. Well, well. Look what we have here.
Hurry! The guard must fall. Thank you. That was too close. Don't look at me like that. I am a mind flayer. Yes. Without me, you would be a slave to the Absolute.
To owe one's life to a mind flayer. It seems to make a mockery of this entire struggle.
You may call me the Emperor. Adventurer, I came from Baldur's Gate, though I was never one to be constrained by circumstance. I longed for more. That longing brought me to Moonrise Towers on a search for treasure, to a colony of mind flayers who caught me, changed me into what I am now. For years, I served the Elder Brain, the one you know as the Absolute. I was a thrall like any other, but I was fortunate. I broke free and started a new life in my old city. I sustained myself on criminals. Unglamorous, but there are plenty of them, rarely missed. And they fueled me while I did my work. I had the good fortune to meet Duke Stelmane. We formed a partnership, and through her, I became the governing force behind the Knights of the Shield, the largest mercantile operation in Baldur's Gate. People referred to me as the Emperor. Such was my influence, though of course they had no idea what I really was. My needs were sated. I was happy for a while, until my true nature was discovered by the tyrant himself, Lord Gortash. He tore me from my home and brought me back to the Brain, where I became a slave once again. A slave he continued to call me Emperor. The name was intended as a slight, to remind me of the heights from which I fell. But I have grown fond of it. It encapsulates well who I've become. Indeed, his hubris knows no bounds. To enslave me, that was his nature. I shall look forward to sharing his downfall with you. Prince Orpheus, son of the first leader of the Githyanki. His power has been the source of your continued protection against the voice of the Absolute. The power to disrupt hive mind communication. It is the same power that enabled Orpheus's mother to bring about the fall of the Elithic Empire eons ago. A power she passed on to him, and that I leveraged for you. When Orpheus's mother left, a usurper took her place. Blackith declared herself queen of the Githyanki. Blackith wanted his power. He refused. And so she sealed him within this prison. His honor guard, ever loyal, followed him in. Bound by infernal chains, Orpheus could never leave. Bound by duty, his guard never would. They were close to breaking my hold on that prince. And if they had succeeded, we would be lost. I am relieved. You have embraced your potential enough that you could help me eliminate them. Alone, Orpheus will be much easier to control. No. Gortash sent me on a mission to retrieve the astral prism. The moment I found it, I felt a change. My free will returning, and found Orpheus. I realized what the prism was for. Containment. While my body was within the prism's bounds, my mind was free. I could resist the Elder Brain, the Chosen. All I needed to do was subdue Orpheus and find allies in the outer world. You. Most certainly Orpheus. Some Githyanki still revere him, in defiance of their teachings. Blackith was safe as long as they believed. She kept him this way because she was reluctant to eradicate such power. Power that if the Githyanki ever find out what she has done, there will be civil war. Blackith will be finished. That would be a terrible... The moment he is free, he will attack you. Your only defense would be to kill him. And in so doing, you would doom us both.
Even though he is subdued, you feel Orpheus Orpheus's revulsion, a pulsing hatred that cannot be contained. The Emperor is telling the truth. To him, you are just another wretched illithid.
You carry a tadpole. As far as Orpheus is concerned, you are already a illithid, a sworn enemy, just like me. I appreciate that. My original body was destroyed when I transformed. When I first escaped the Elder Brain, I searched for a new vessel. But the longer I inhabited this one, I realized that returning to my former self, any advantage I could gain by restoring my original appearance, I already had to hand in the form of magic. And that humanoid. As an illithid, I have far surpassed who I ever was before. You, too, should embrace this change. I believe we'll have a better chance of defeating the Elder Brain if you embrace. I've been studying you for a while now. I believe I can trigger the next stage of your tadpole. You have seen what I can do. Imagine yourself with the same strength. If you let me, I can evolve you. You will be able to do things you never... There will be physical alterations, of course, but only partial. And you will soon see that the benefits outweigh any perceived loss. The answer is twofold. One, two, why would I? You have done well with the limited so, do you wish to evolve or not? I understand. Let us hope then that your present self will be sufficient to but in case you... Look after it. Use it when you're ready to evolve. You or your allies. It has vitality enough for you all. But we mustn't lose focus. You heard the Chosen. The Brain has gone to the city, and the army marches to follow. We must not let them reach it. We must find the Brain, and bring it under our control.
No time to rest.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. The more I learn, the less I understand just why I was sent to retrieve that thing. But it matters little now. I do not serve Shah anymore. nor the Mother Superior. The prism is no longer my mission. Saving my parents is. But I digress. Did you want something? Fine. What's on your mind? No notes, considering all we've been through. I think I was very... Of course. I suppose you've...
We must find where Gortash and Orin have established themselves, and take their nether stones.
The city is close now. My former peers will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return.
We should do what we can to find them. What they know could help us.
Excuse me. I can't find my mum. She was sick. She had spots. That was last 10 day, though. Wow. Thanks. I'll look for her. Thanks a lot.
Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal.
Turn back, citizen. Nope. It's bloodier than a butcher's backyard out there. Piles of dead. The cultists assaulted the gate, armed to... They nearly had it too, before the Steel Watch intervened. A little more. You'll see for yourself soon enough if you head...
No passage this way, I'm afraid.
Head to...
Welcome to Rivington. South, Coast Way. North, Worms Crossing. Welcome to Rivington. South, Coast Way. North, Worms Crossing.
I know, little one, but you'll be in a big, cozy bed soon enough.
The place was empty. Keep those thugs away from my family.
Danuvia! Get these squatters out of my house now!
Arthur, sweetheart, you paid me and my boys to be caravan guards, not cattle wranglers. If you want us to get our hands dirty, it'd be our pleasure. But that'll be extra.
I just want to remove these unlawful interlopers from my property.
My point exactly.
They're like kobolds. You let one in and soon the place will be crawling with them.
Ye gods, this guy's begging to get smacked.
I'm a very magnanimous individual, but this is my home! Either they leave, or I'll make them.
What do you mean by that?
Shh, sweetheart. Adults are talking. This is guild business.
Enough of this bickering! You! What's your proposal? Agreement? Why should I negotiate with them? I got nothing to say to them. You want the flaming fist poking around my business? Fine, fine. They can stay. Just don't blame me when they...
I respect your hustle, sweetheart, but it won't work on me. You've stepped on the guild's toes, and we'd like a little something to make it better.
The Guild, a loose coalition unifying every criminal outfit in the city under one collective rule, from cut purses to contract killers.
I'd say you'll live to regret it, but honestly, I'm not so sure you'd live. You're serious? Let's forget this unpleasantness ever happened. Come on, boys. We've got places to be.
Do try the grass, should it take you.
Not quite sure why you stood up for us like that, but I won't say I'm not grateful. You're the first person in this city to have our back. I don't like...
Good thing you sorted that out. I was...
Now we don't have to leave. I'm gonna build a big house.
If I was a Sharon lookout, this is the sort of place I'd wait around.
To take down troublemakers. So don't make trouble.
Young lady, Shadowheart, a word if you will.
I just lost a wager, thanks to you.
Who are you?
Someone who bet that you'd never be foolish enough to actually show your face in this city again. But here you are. And the gold in my purse is soon to take flight. There have been whispers about you, sister. About your faith, your loyalty. I can't help but feel the strangest twinge of disgust as I look upon you. Is it true? Has Our Lady forsaken you?
I know the truth. I know my parents still live. Tell me where they are, and I have no quarrel with you.
I'm afraid the quarrel is unavoidable, thanks to you. Now I must report your reappearance. If you are intent on bringing matters to a head, then seek out the House of Grief in the lower city. Though, if I was you, I'd be very tempted to just forget it all and disappear. You have some form at doing so, after all.
Down troublemakers. So don't make trouble.
Catch me!
Baldurians! Stand with me again!
Please just go home. You're ruining a
The flaming fists are supposed to protect this good city. Ah, another visitor, I see. Listen, we keep...
I thought cities were supposed to welcome folk of all walks of life. Clearly, I was mistaken.
Another bleeding heart.
Go talk to Nestor if you must. I've got plenty on my plate with these mewling geese.
They're beggars and criminals, and we won't have them.
File a report, and I'm sure the Manic will deal with it.
You're coddling these vagabonds, and don't give a rat's ass about politics.
teach them refugees a lesson, right?
Right, creepy mum. Baldur's Gate is for Baldurians.
Stinks of cheese between his piggy toes.
How dare you? What in the hells is all of this?
A necessity, good sir. The Steel Watch loves pretending sweet Rivington doesn't exist. So we have decided to protect you, dear patrons. No need to thank us. You'll be allowed in once I've done this batch. Next! Hello, hello, and welcome to the Circus of the Last Days, the finest extra-planar circus there is.
A circus! Can we go?
Oh, this is... Benji here checks all our patrons to make sure none of you are vicious murderers. But enough of this. The circus is a place of joy and distraction, so come inside. Not a problem, dear patron. Benji just has to check it.
Ah! Brain juice smells like piss and iron. No like.
Oh, well, that's a first. Usually I'd allow you in, but in these times, I can take no chances. Move along. No circus for you. Oh, damned if I'm not a sucker for big eyes. Welcome to the Circus of the Last Days. Have fun and be sure to...
The Circus of the Last Days has returned. See Dryads, Jin, and Dribbles the Clown back with a new act.
I love the raucous revelry, the goofs and the guffaws.
You realize she is miming putting on face paints. She has them to sell.
Hey-ho.
What's next?
Never a dull moment.
Approach! Ugly one! Yeah, behold! Spin! To win prizes beyond your tiny imagination and make your miserable life more bearable. Akabi has traveled across the plains, or If luck smiles upon you, win the No more questions. Spin or don't. Let us see if you have... Alas! No jackpot for you, ugly one. But you are welcome, putrid one. Worthy. Come, see.
Darling, we have a customer. Browse our bespoke stony and bony creations, or commission a statue in your likeness. It is our most sought-after service. Bony, at your service. That there is my darling wife. To think she chose me. Why, I wake up every morning with a smile on my face. Now, my wife shall be delighted. Customs are her favorite, particularly when they're tremendous. Stony, darling, let us put this towards our getaway in the Moonshay Isles. I'll have your statue shipped to your camp. You shall love it. We guarantee it. It's been an age since your last break, my